Namaskar. I'm Kumar Rakesh and you're watching Global Governance News TV, and today we're going to discuss the global leader. Who is global leader nowadays? Out of 10 countries in 20 countries, G8, G20, and how just to analyze. Recently, last year, you have already seen the survey, one of the political intelligence company that is called Morning Consult. So they have just made a survey about the world leaders. And now the survey is last week, and according to list of 11 world leaders surveyed by the Morning Consult, PM Modi has the highest approval rating of 71%. This is on 21st January, they released. The Morning Consult Political Intelligence US-based data intelligence company reported that Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi approval rating is the highest among world leaders. The approval rating chart by Morning Consult conducted this survey for 11 world leaders, including PM Narendra Modi, President Joe Biden, and others. According to Morning Consult, PM Modi has been approval rating of 71%. And in the leaders, this is second in the approval rating was Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador, the president of Mexico, approval rate 66%. Third in the Mario Draghi, the prime minister of Italy, and 60% rating. Interestingly, Joe Biden approval rating only 43%. So, according to the graph of the PM Modi approval rating historically, at its lowest in the June 2020, and when it was 60%, it's still higher than the other world leaders. And the latest approval rating is based on data collected from January 13 to 19, 2022. Approval ratings are based on the 7-day moving average or adult resident in each country, with sample size varying by the demographic. Morning Consult Political Intelligence mentioned while explaining the process voting the most popular political leader. It is pertinent to mention that this is not the first time PM Modi was voted for most popular leader. In May 2020, he topped with a list of 84% popularity. However, May 2021 dipped 63%, although September 2021 now again ranked the most approved global leader. According to Morning Consult, they conduct more than 11,000 daily interviews globally about leadership approval. They also daily interview 4,000 registered voters in the US for approval rating of the US president. Daily global survey data is based on the 7-day moving average of all adults in a given country, with a margin of error of between plus minus 1.1 to 3%. And if you see the falls, Joe Biden approval rating falls to lowest. 43% has fallen to its lowest during his presidency. After holding 50% in the first his month in office, Biden popularity began dropping in mid-August last year due to surge in COVID-19 deaths and hasty withdrawal of US troops from Afghanistan. So these are the all factors that I told you, and according to that, just if you see the mention how they are already in the list. So again, I am repeating the facts, how this fact is going on. So this is a top to 11. So Boris Johnson, lowest for 26% among all, and South Korea premier 38%, and Pedro for Spanish Prime Minister 40%, and Scott Morrison Australian is 41%, and Germany Chancellor Olaf Scholz is the 40%, Justin Trudeau, Canada 43%, and I already told you Biden 43%, Japanese Premier 48%, Italy 60%, and the Mexican 66%. So just we have this team panelist. I sir, Mr. Nanda Sandilya from USA, New York, and the Tri-City, Vandana Jinganji from Chicago, USA, and Alok Laharji from Spain, and Anita Chaudhary, political analyst from Bharat. So I'll start from Vandanaji. Vandanaji, just this is a very matter of concern. I think person from America, Joe Biden is going, the popularity is going down. What's the reason behind it? 50 to 40%. And you are looking happy now.
Ka-
Please.
Calm bolta hai. That's what I'm
Yeah.
going to say. Your action
Okay.
speaks louder because these things are
Okay.
not fabricated. These are based on. So
Yeah.
I do remember when we
This
were
is the
going.
agency of America. So we know nobody can dispute on that facts.
I hope the people in the opposition party of India doesn't make an
Yeah.
issue out of it. Let me be very honest with you. So we
Hmm.
are very happy. We are the person from the diaspora that Prime Minister Modi, because whenever it has come, and he has been asked to step up. Let this be G20, even where, like, G7, India not being member, he has been asked to come and participate. We just saw that recently. And the situation that he has handled, this is his second term. We wish him all the best and good luck and good health also. So at this point of time, you really need the world leaders to come out together to work on the crisis and means, first of all, identifying the crisis is not a big thing. It's already been identified. The China is the biggest crisis on the globe, to be honest. So who can nab him? Somebody has to nail him down. But that you need a strong leadership. And I think the current situation which is happening in Ukraine and Russia, and India been asked to step in to do. So we are very hopeful about the leadership, and I'm very positive, very very positive. It will go further because you cannot be. I mean, it's like above number one, there is no one number. To be honest, we want him to retain that. And coming back to my president, and I would urge, so he has to change his policies. He has to work on it. Like, I just want to tell, through your channel, through your media, to the people. I was talking to somebody yesterday. They said a price hike is too much, inflation. So I said, oh, hello. We guys don't cry here. Arun Mundra is here from United States. So is Nandaji. We all know that when we go to the grocery stores, what price we used to pay earlier. How much percentage, I don't know, but I can just simply tell you the thing that I used to buy for $10.99, I'm paying now $18.99 for the same. Gas pricing,
Okay.
we all know that we used to pay $1.70 here in the state of Illinois, the land of Lincoln. I am paying like almost $4 a gallon. So, but you don't see anybody protesting and
It
stuff
always
like that. So,
it also matter in USA.
hmm?
It also matters in USA, the price and
No,
all.
because what do you mean in USA? We're not human beings. My salary has not gone up. I mean,
Okay. So, okay.
yeah.
Good. Good. Yeah. So
Inflation,
nice.
I'm talking about. So this is a world
Yeah.
phenomena. I'm just trying to bring it.
Yeah.
I just said that I want to educate people not to burn the buses, not to burn the cars and the trains. It costs a lot. You don't see that people doing that in United States of America. We've been quiet, means like, and it will go off. So coming back to the rating, Prime Minister Modi doing, we know that over a period since he has taken over, and we are very happy about it. You need to have someone taking this kind of leadership. And for people of
Yeah.
diaspora, it's a matter of great pride. Thank you very much.
So nice of you. Just take the Arun Mundra ji. So he has just promised. I think some light problem, Arun ji, in your face. You are not looking.
Arunji,
Your face is
bring
not.
light on your
Yeah.
face. This is
You are
about you,
against
Modi
light.
ji.
And you should be pro
Okay,
light. You
let
should
me
be
see.
in front of light. Yeah, please.
Is it little better?
No, not actually. Just I think you are just you have sunlight, so you can move in front of sunlight. That will be better.
Yeah.
Uh, so that frame is not proper, but I think you should move from the in front of light. That will be good. Either your laptop or camera, mobile. I don't know. If you mobile, you can move it accordingly. So
Is the laptop?
yeah, a laptop. That's better. That's better. So now actually,
The curtain should be down, or you have to move. You have to do your face towards the sunlight, so
yeah,
it will be better for a better look.
better
Otherwise,
look
half
and
of your face is in shadow, and
uh,
you're looking darker. And
so you're a real person. You're looking artistically. Actually, that's why.
So,
Yeah.
there are a couple of things going on in my office room, right?
No, no, I
So
can understand. If there is light,
Okay, okay.
if there is some light, you can put on light before you. That's better. Okay, now you can start now. That's we're talking about the PM Modi leadership and how the Morning Consult rated the top among the all 10 leaders, including Mexico, USA, Spain, Korea, Japan, and UK. So how this you rating? Why the PM Modi? My question is again rating number one globally. Now, how just you analyze it and how do you find it?
sure. So first, I think in the context of the light and all that, as the name go Arun, I think we were discussing the sun and all, right?
Yeah,
And
sunlight. Yeah. Now
as
it's
the
better.
UK
It's better.
as the
Yeah,
UK Prime Minister said that
yeah.
there is one sun, there is one moon, right? And there's one Narendra Modi.
Wow, great.
So Narendra Modi is only one. I know, though, uh, uh, the governor of Pondicherry, Kiran, right?
Mhm.
And she has written one book that how India should produce like 100 lion leaders like Modi. Though she has presented that book, but I still feel that there can be only one and one Modi. The reason is, if you see Modi ji in, let's say, 2019 election after phase 3, when his party has mentioned that you need to be really showing much more yourself on TV and all that. So he will go to the address to the big gathering of lakhs of people. But before that, in very rapid fire rounds, the journalists will take his interview. Those fast interview where there's nothing for show off, a person need to speak his heart, because when it is rapid fire, you don't have time to
Yeah.
do. And this what is happening to me now, right? That just Mannaji said and I'm here, right? So I'm also speaking my heart.
No,
So during that time,
Arunji, just trying to add, just you are a main campaign and star campaigner. मैं भारत हूँ. So if you are Bharat, so everywhere you are, where Bharat you are there, you should be there. That all credit goes
right,
to
right.
Vandana ji as well as to you also. Please.
Sure. So uh, uh, when Modi ji will, let's say, the address those particular questions, during those responses, he will talk about ekatma. So the person who has got ekatma in his heart, in his brain, in his vision, the person who think that the human being of any race, even the animals, even the trees are one. That's the Siddhant of Ekatma. So the person who is thinking the integrated module of the universe, that everything living is one. I am the same like my neighbor, whatever, let's say, even you will see the same message as any religion, or I am the same like any other animal, I'm the same like any plant on the earth. That shows that how the person is coming from that angle, and with that angle, right? So surely a person is thinking very, very big picture, and that's why you see the vaccine memory, you see the hydrochloroquine help to the world and all that thing. And you see that how he was thrown out of Gujarat, he was sent to Delhi by even the BJP leaders that time. But when the real time came, party realized that he was the only one who can be the savior for the party. And if you see Kamla, who was Rajapal, she wrote one article on 17 Feb 2014 that what Modi has given in this particular timing, you see the how much GDP it has increased, how the milk
Yeah.
production has increased, how many deaths have reduced for infant and ladies, and how many universities Modi has got from the time he joined to time he retired. It is all number one. And the only the scale up thing what he needed from Gujarat model to India, Bharat, he has come. The only thing he kind of played very nicely, he said that, hey, I have got no experience for foreign relationship. So I'm only maybe weak in that area. But you think
Okay.
during his oath ceremony, he has got all the South country head. And Pakistan had to think that, hey, should I come? Should I not come? What will happen? And he has given, let's say, if we think the very biggest challenge for Bharat, for global terrorism of Pakistan, he has reached out. So during the Paris summit, after putting Prakash Javadekar at the meeting, giving him the instruction and all that, he has just gone to Russia, Russia to Afghanistan, Afghanistan way back. He talked to Pakistan Prime Minister, and he goes on his invitation without even having any preparation, but he accepts the invitation to go Nawaz Sharif's granddaughter marriage, and he take that chance for Bharat. That
Yeah.
even there was no security
One
safety.
question to you, Arunji. Actually, just you have spared the 10 minutes as already discussed, already conveyed me. So my question, one question to you, then I'll take Alok ji and Nanda ji and Anita ji. So just you tell me, how just you rate and comparatively study Joe Biden and Narendra Modi?
So I will say that every person is different, every leader is different. But if you see that what Narendra Modi like to have a better universe, right? So there's no comparison to that split where he always talk Vasudev Kutumbakam. You can see vaccine method. You can see when hydrochloroquine was required and what the other
Yeah.
state of heads mentioned. Even after getting the help, what was their tone versus what was Modi tone. So Modi make it surely clear that wherever the human crisis is more, I will surely help them, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
other people. So the split matters much, and then the rest of things falls in place.
Okay, so just so nice, Arunji. Alokji, just you have seen the all list and all the survey on the intelligence, political intelligence survey, and you living in Spain, and they have also rated the Spain. I think the 40%, Mr. Pedro, they have rated. So that is, but the name is the list, but something Spain is powerful among the all 11 leaders. So number one, how just you rated and why Modi ji is number one, and then how just you rate the 40% why Spain is premier?
So
Good
I
evening to
please.
Kumar Rakesh and fellow panelists and also our viewers. Why Modi ji is number one? This is not a very nice question to ask. The nice question to ask would be like, why has Modi ji come to 71% and he's not at 83%?
That's good. That's good. Like it. That's like it. You split. I like it. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, the Modi ji's rating dipped down to 61% some time ago, but then he's picked it up at 71%. And I think I have to answer that more than actually answering why is Modi number one. We all know why is Modi number one. Why it has dipped from 83% to 71%, I think a lot has to do with the COVID, and not exactly that he did not handle the COVID problem properly. On the contrary, I think India has been doing better than lots of Western nations, and it is also doing better than United States of America, in spite of the fact that they have now said that to their they have a travel um, restriction on India, which I think is very incorrect because their situation and the number of cases which are increasing in the United States is different, and it's on the top, and India is everything is under control. So it is not because of that, but because of the collateral damages which COVID is doing, and that is hitting the economy. Now, probably that's the reason that Modi ji's popularity has come down from 83% to 71%. But I'm certain the way things are going, the GDP is increasing, the the markets are going pretty high. They are pretty bullish. I'm talking about the stock exchange, and in case Make in India and other things fall into place the way it has been envisaged, I think his popularity is going to grow further and it's going to reach the height it already had. Now that is as far as Mr. Modi is concerned. Now, since I'm living in Spain and I'm not in the capital, I'm in Barcelona, which is more like Bombay. It's a business city. But that also tells me why Mr. Sanchez is not very popular. First of all, the reason is that he has he doesn't have the majority which let's say BJP has in India. Lots of left-leaning parties, they have joined together, and among them there is also this parties which, for example, in Catalonia we have a party which wants independence from Spain. They are also supporting Mr. Sanchez, and the deal was that unlike India, what has happened is that they wanted to do a referendum, and the leader who have this ideology that they want a separate land, they are not given the liberty of expression or the democracy which we have been seeing. For example, if we talk about, let's say, Kashmir before 370 was removed, 67 people, they were just put behind bars, and we are sitting in the center of Europe, and the only crime probably they had committed was that they wanted to have a referendum which was declared illegal, but they still went ahead with it, and this is considered like something like treason, and they have been put behind bars, and I think they have to be there for 7 to 10 years, if and it could be more also. So the idea
Okay.
was that these are political prisoners, what to say, so they would be released, and I think my personal opinion is that they should be released, and the king should intervene and give them a general amnesty. But that has not happened. That is one reason, and then economically also, because all these parties have to get together and approve the budget. So the budget also was not approved, and then of course we talked about with Vandana ji, you talked about the gas prices. Spain also depends on import of gasoline, and our prices have almost hit the double digit. I mean, when you go and fill up your gas tanks, you actually notice this. Say, come on, what happened? I was paying, let's say, to fill up the tank 60 euros, but now I'm paying, quite a lot more. So then you notice this. But as she said, like, people are not making such a hue and cry. And obviously, people say like the gas prices has gone up. Not only that, the energy prices in general have gone up. Now it is daily news that how the electricity prices go up and down every day. So since it's an open economy, so it is not that the constant rate is there. So that's probably the reason why Pedro Sanchez rating has come down to 40%. But even Justin Trudeau, we talk about it, so Joe Biden, they are on 43%. So it has not really dropped so much. If you say like, okay, he's among the world leaders.
So you can compare with your Spanish premier with the American president. I'll check the.
I think he's doing a better job. I think Pedro Sanchez is doing a better job, and I'm saying that because the way Spain, which is not one of the richest countries in Europe, the way they have controlled, the vaccination plan and the way COVID has been controlled here, it is better than the more developed and more rich countries of Europe. I can compare. We are doing better than, let's say, Germany or France or UK are doing as far as control of vaccination and this is concerned. And I think health-wise, they've done a very good job. But economy is taken ahead. It is coming back.
Recently, COP26 meeting, already all the leaders who attended the COP26 in Glasgow, all just the president's country just appreciated our Prime Minister Narendra Modi for just to control the health and vaccination and all. So actually,
one quick comment. I would say that if you see the per million.
Arunji, I'm coming to you. Just time a break. Arunji, I'm coming to you. Just a time a break, and then I'll take you. Just a few seconds.
Sure.
Just a break, and after break, and then we'll come to again. out a break. Just as Alok ji says and Vandana ji says and just Arun Mundra ji also shared, I just take Ananda ji sitting in US and I think you are a voter of Republican, not Democrats. So that is happy news for you. How just the rating of Joe Biden is going down, 50 to 43%, and why and what's reason behind it? How do you analyze Nandaji? After all, our Modi ji is number one. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. First of all, congratulations to PM Modi ji for leading the chart, year on year. The reason for that is, again, a leadership consists of not one or two, but a few dozen qualities and responsibilities. So, as a leader at a state level or even at a country level, you have to raise above your limitations, even whether it's a family limitations or money budget limitations or even personal limitations, everything you have to raise above all these limitations. And Modi ji has positioned himself for many years, sacrificing his family life, sacrificing his personal life, and we all seen multiple times the way he works. 20 hours or 18 to 20 hours, I would say minimum 18 hours, maximum 20 hours a day, non-stop. And unless you are a yogic brought up background where you are spending few hours on this yoga, there is no way anybody can have that kind of energy to work continuously. And coming back to your question, why US president has got such a low rating, actually even this 43%, I am surprised because of the disaster first year he has started with. Number one, in the first 53 days, he has signed more than 50 executive orders, which means every day one executive order. I don't think he has a team to even review these executive orders. He has been planted to just sign these documents without even knowing the consequences, without even understanding what this document means. I don't think he's in a mental or physical, again, no disrespect for his age, but he's not even in a position to understand these documents. I'll give you one simple example. He has put all the women rights in sports under the bus by making a transgender to participate in women's sports, which itself is a disaster for humanity, disaster for girls and women, that they are competing with the men like people. As long as they can think or become a woman, they're competing with the biological woman, which itself is a disgrace for humanity, disgrace for girls and women to take out their rights. And that's one of the 50 examples. I can go on, but we are limited on time. The point is the crisis he has dealt with during the election campaign. He's been complaining about the president, and this is the only president we had, former President Trump. Within a year there was a vaccine. If you go back to previous pandemics or previous global illnesses, every illness has taken more than 5 years to even bring a vaccine to the table. Here we had a president within the same year of pandemic. By the end of December or the mid of December, we have a vaccine which is helping people to save their lives. And then that means he has got a platter with vaccine, and then he claimed to reduce his deaths. If you look at it, from the deaths from 2020 December to 2021 December, they actually doubled it. That shows the lack of planning, lack of leadership. And to become a great leader, there are 4 qualities you need to have. Number one, non-corruption. That means zero interest in making personal money or even making money to your supporters or family or whatever. So when you compare PM Modi with President Biden, PM Modi has got no baggage, whether it's family or children or even a party, no baggage to carry. Like, he has raised himself above all this. And the thing is, the reason Biden has the two. One is handling the pandemic. Number two, handling the crisis in Afghanistan. And then number 3, economy. Look at the economy where it was in 2020
And
November.
handling the family matters also.
Yeah, handling the family matters also. When you have a son or a daughter who is a questionable character and dozens of videos and pictures are out, and and then plus your son is making business out of your position, dealing with other countries, sharing the information, sharing the access to the White House, sharing the access to so much confidential information. So that these are again, even 43 according to me is at least 30 or 40% higher than what he deserved today. So because when you're compromised in money making, when you're compromised in humanity, leaving 40 million people in Afghanistan
So
to
do
die
you
there,
think, Nandaji, do you think these are the regions just the rating is down of Mr. Joe Biden? So and just and why the PM is Narendra Modi is high. Anita ji, just you have seen and covered prime ministers many times and in country and outside country also. How just you analyze this is out of the 11 leaders, 1, 2, 3, why Modi is the best?
First of all, earlier it was 83% downfall is a
61.
lot, and now it's 71%, but it's still number one.
No,
That's matter.
no,
That's
I'm
matter.
adding,
That
I'm
gap
adding your fact. I'm
cannot
adding your
fulfilled
fact.
by anyone. That's
Yeah,
matter for us.
yeah,
It has
please.
fallen down, but it's still number one. So you can imagine the gap. You can imagine the percentage
Okay.
of increasing rate of the Indian image and all that because of
Yeah.
Modi. After that, Mexico and then Italy, and I am very sorry, Biden is on sixth position. And someone has told me where the America will go, Canada will go after that only. So with
UK
43%
lowest.
only,
UK is lowest.
with 43% only, Canada is on that position. So
Yeah,
running behind America.
always.
But the thing is, I'm not I'm very much happy about that. My country and my leader is on number one position. But it's very bad for America that America has fallen down at such a has such kind of downfall that on sixth
So
position
for your
with
reaction, Nandaji
43%.
support you. Yeah, Nandaji as
With
a Republican support you.
43%.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
really, US has to work out on their image building because personally, I feel I have covered many times. I visited many times US, and I have covered many leaders. Biden is one of the weakest supreme of America because he has not that kind of girls to take any kind of decision. Maybe Trump has many bad qualities, and he was not a such kind of leader as a that soberness and that superficiality and that shrewdness. Maybe Trump was not qualified with all these qualifications, but he has that kind of guts that he was taking decisions. So this is and what makes you a leader, that power of taking decisions. Modi is taking decisions, although
The
sometimes it's
historical record.
maybe
I'm adding you,
experimental.
Anitaji.
Maybe
I'm
sometimes
adding the
he
historical
criticized
record
by
in the
by
franchise.
the whole world, but he
Yeah.
is taking decision, the bold decisions, either it's 377 either on Kashmir or on CAA or on criminality or any other. I can tell you the what kind of policies he is making for this country. You cannot imagine when you will go to the on ground, when you will talk to the last person of this society, you will find that they are the happiest person because they are getting benefited by those policies. So these are the things, and because of these things, the world is also considering that he is a leader because he's not uh, he is sticking on his point. If he is talking about the terrorism, he is talking on every platform and with same statement that we should come together against this terrorism. We should make some concrete definition and we should fight against it because this is against humanity. What is humanity? He is always defining what is the meaning of humanity, and UN should work out on that and frame a concrete definition on humanity, not a selective human right violation or this kind of thing will run in can run the world. Because if one country is not getting benefited by the policies of the UN on the world, it means the world is not progressing. This is the clear vision of Modi, and that's why the world cannot ignore Modi. And these are the things. Maybe he is a sadhu, he is a pavitra, he is whatever that is his personal life. But when you are leader, you have to keep your personal life aside, and you have to move with the mass. What is the thing you have to do for the mass, not for yourself? And this is the quality which making Modi continuously number one. Maybe downfall on the percentage, but he's still number one. Thank
No,
you.
I want to add
Thank you,
2 points,
That's so true.
Rakesh. I want to add 2 things here. The
Please.
only 3 types of or 3 categories or 3 types of people who hate Modi. Number 1, corrupt. Number 2, family dynasty. Number 3, who promote terrorism and who are against humanity. Only these type of people will be against Modi. And coming back to one clarification, Anita ji, whatever I disagree respectfully with your comment on President Trump. On his personal life, again, I do not know. I cannot comment. I have more than 100 hours of interaction with him as a president, and basically, whatever he has done as a president, no U.S. president other than Abraham Lincoln, and to some extent,
I agree with you. That's why I'm telling.
the comment
Trump,
you made,
I have said the same thing.
he
Maybe
does
he
not
has.
have qualities
Sorry,
to be
sorry,
the leader,
sorry,
which
sorry.
is
We are not going
completely
to
a
discuss the US
media
president now.
created image. That is media paid.
Then I'm talking about the chauvinist, the media created image that he was not chauvin, he was not that
We
shrewd.
are not
So I'm telling that he was not like that, but
Trump, I also find it.
he was the person who has the guts to take decisions.
Exactly. That as a president, we have seen him, and the decisions he have taken for the country, for the world, nobody has done it in 50 years so far. Again, only Ronald Reagan comes to some extent.
So one quick thing.
We are diverting the issue. We are diverting the issue actually.
Yeah, one quick thing I would say what Anita ji
Arun
mentioned.
Yeah, Arun
That-
Mundra, just we are not going to discuss the U.S. president in Spain. Is just talking about the leader Narendra Bhai Modi, the
Exactly.
Bharat Prime Minister. Just you are already saying the post. Just you are advocating the Bharat, not the India. But that is India. That is Bharat. I'm giving you one clarification. When the Constitution made and announced, that time the one liner was there. We'll call India for some times. After that, the concerned authority or prime minister has right to remove the word India, that will be only Bharat. This is a very simple notification done by the cabinet or the prime minister. But this is a matter of surprise. Just I'm living in Bharat, India. That is why I'm just always going for the not India. That is a Bharat. And you have already mentioned Bharat and Bhargita. There are also some persons who say, why not say Hindustan like that? But I'm not going to debate. But whatever you are talking the Bharat, that is a matter of the small notification by our honorable prime minister. I think that may be done very soon. India's word will be the I think was deleted, and Bharat will be the sustained like that, whatever definition by there. So just Arunji, just you share me that is your place, the place of Howdy Modi. So Houston, and that is a so historical rally was there when the Abki Bar Trump Sarkar like that. So so many criticism also for our prime minister, and so many, but that is a different issue. But how you feel now, the land of Texas, the feeling for the Modi after the new regime of your governance?
Sure. So we were trying to have Modi ji even in September 2018, and Deputy Consular General Surendra ji Adana used to say that he would be more coming for you people, right? That means the Bharatiya community. So the Bharatiya community already Modi ji, how he has inspired, especially after 2013, being nominated for prime minister, as well as those like-minded people who always go for doing positive, progressive thing. So Houston community was always active with that. We were thinking for having this Howdy Modi thing, and I'm proud to say that for welcoming Modi, we got Oscar fame Ravi Jacotia. I got in Houston. So the Texas was always charged. If you see that we have gone with the Modi ji concept of the thing. So let's say you see terrorism, we always did the protest in front of Pakistani consulate against the global terrorism. And what Modi ji said when, as Prime Minister, he come first time to US in CFR, Council of Foreign Relations, he said that there's nothing like bad terrorism or good terrorism. And he mentioned, just like Anita ji mentioned about humanity, as a matter of fact, in UN, he said that UN should be defining terrorism. There's nothing like bad terrorism or good terrorism. And so that the whole world can club together to mitigate this terrorist thing, which the same thing which reside in Houston NRI community, because especially you asked about Texas getting changed after Modi era, right? And we took this particular post-Uri, we have put one online petition, we 3 people drafted, we took along with one more person, we got 300,000 signs to cut the US funding for military from US to Pakistan, which was actually used to kill innocent Indians instead of really fighting terrorism over there. So you will see that whatever in 2001, after the WTC attack, the military funding started going up from US to Pakistan as exponential curve. It got drastically down in 2016 after post September 2016 Uri attack of Pakistani terrorists on Bharat. And in 2017, it was nullified. So we got that particular thing. Now, with Modi ji coming over here, the 2 key things Bharat achieved. You must have seen that Modi ji first said that, hey, the US has also got the good role, including at that time, whichever government in US was, and he asked for people to clap, to acknowledge that particular thing, and to provide a standing ovation to the US government. Just a sec, right? The second thing, so first he made sure that, yeah, the US government, good work, acknowledgement is there. But then he draw the parallel by saying Howdy Modi in various terms, various language of Indian language, and showing that how much diversity India has. And he said that whatever is going in Kashmir or whatever is going for 370 or things, this is our internal matter, that is for Bharat, and it is passed by 2/3 majority. So no other country should poke its nose in Bharat's affair. So from the foreign soil, in front of the state, the head of the state in the country where he was, right, in front of more than 40 congressional people, he said that please don't dare let the internal affair of Bharat be handled by Bharat.
So now Arunji,
with all the strategic alliance, he has talked in various areas.
So nice, Arunji. Just you already elaborated the things, and from the Howdy Modi to how is Modi now, Howdy Modi like that, and Modi is the best. Alokji, how you now analyze the final, and last take, I'll take Anita ji one comment, the land of Bharat. So Alokji, just give me the, as Nandaji very particularly highlighted 3 points: who hates Modi, who the anti-humanity, the corrupt people, and just dynasty people. But although one now we can't say Muslims hate Modi. This is going to be changed now. Perception is changing very fast. Do you think the Muslims, especially in minority, really hate Modi, or this is created narratives by some opponents?
No, in the beginning, like what has happened is that a narrative has been created that Mr. Modi, and that happened even before he became the prime minister. When he wanted to go to United States of America, there were about, I think, around 71 member of parliaments. They had signatured that he should not give him the visa. Where on earth do you see anybody doing like that? these were the people who normally they are playing into the hands of certain pressure groups world over. They're very rich people, the billionaires who are funding these kind of things because they don't want certain type of politics to come into a country. And who I am pointing at. Now, since that happened, so this perception was there within the Muslim community that what is going to happen. So, but now they're understanding with Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, they are understanding that in case the money is being transferred into their bank accounts to make the toilet or to get water or to get electricity or to make a house, there is no discrimination being done on that. So slowly they are understanding that lots of these political people and the journalists and the other pressure groups we could be having, it could even include Amnesty. What they were doing is they were getting foreign funding for their personal benefits. They were not
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
this
Just
whole
we're running out of
process
time
was
now. We're
not
only 2 minutes.
down to the Muslims. I think slowly they are understanding that we have a prime minister here who is not, he's not going to his personal belief, his personal thought is his own. He does not need to put on a skull cap to show that I am friendly with you. His
Yeah.
work is going to show, and it is showing. And slowly, the Muslim community in India, in spite of the fact that there are certain people in the United States of America who are trying to, put up a campaign against the current government, saying that
Yeah.
suddenly, like Islam is in danger. Islam is not in danger. On the contrary, what has happened is like 300 years of the Mughal Empire and 200 years of the British, and after that about 60, 65 years, the genocide which has taken place in India, and I'm talking about the majority genocide, the Hindus who have been killed, the number of people who have been killed, it is more than the Jews killed by the Germans, by the Nazis, but there is no acknowledgement of that.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
in fact, Hindus, like the Jews, are persecuted, and now they are realizing it, but they are still trying to have certain pressure groups are still trying to have that perception that Mr. Modi is anti-Muslim, whereas none of his actions ever has shown that he's done anything against them. On the contrary, he's been helping the Muslim community like any other community. He's not specially favoring any community, so to say. But he's put, if India is a secular country, then it is not inclined towards a caste or a creed or a religion.
So
It has
secular
to
is a
be
different
independent
topic.
of that, and this is what Mr. Modi is doing.
Yeah,
So
so
he
Rakeshji, I would like to
once
add one
again
point.
made he's once again made India secular. This is what Mr. Modi has done.
No, let me add two things here. If you look at the schemes or the budget the central government of India puts for minorities, especially Muslims, if you look at the count of the dollar amount or the rupees per annum on before 2014 and now, it is doubled. Actually, it is doubled.
More
number
than
one.
more than four
More
times.
than double, exactly.
More than four times, sir.
4 times.
This is
So
a matter
what
of
was
fact.
what
More
was
than four
$10
times.
or 10 rupees?
But it's still
now it is
they are
40
thankless
rupees.
people.
4 times.
It's still
4 times in
that
7
that
years.
minority is
Yeah.
still the thankless, basically.
Exactly.
This is not propagated by the concerned
in
ministries.
65
No, I
years of
think we
Indian
should also
history,
blame
no
the
government has
BJP.
doubled,
I
tripled,
think
or
so
4
they're not
times
doing
of
anything.
Muslims' budget. That's number one. Number two, Modi ji is like a servant leader who is a true believer of Bhagavad Gita. So basically, he actually believes Bhagavad Gita to an extent to treat not only humans but animals and plants, everybody as one.
Yeah.
So it
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
matter what religion you belong, as long as you're honest, you're non-corrupt, non-dynasty politics, non-terrorism, then you are close to Modi. Otherwise, these are the three people who fear of him, who do all the wrong mongering about
Yeah.
him. That's the only
Agreed.
reason. Otherwise, he's in a different plane altogether in terms of work ethics, in terms of results, in terms of thinking. And you have seen it many hours, and thanks to you, I have seen it at least 8 continuous hours in a single day. The way he thinks and works is
Yeah.
totally outstanding and amazing.
So nice. So nice, Anandaji. Anitaji, last take. Just you and sum up now. Just 1, 2, 3. How just you analyze in the personal experiences. Why Modi is the best among the all?
Again, I will say ki why Modi is best. We all know Modi is best because, as Sir Ananda Sir has told, that he is against dynasty. He has no liability. He has no baggage. He is a non-corrupt person, and he loves to serve to the people and the country. So why not? What kind of leader you need? You need a leader who make policies for you, not for the benefit of his government or for his party. You need a leader, you need a government, you need a prime minister who works against corruption that he is doing. You need a leader who when he works, he don't think about what will happen to my family, what will happen to my future.
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
he has not that kind of baggage. So,
Okay.
and he is the person who always stick on his word. If he is saying that I am against of terrorism, he is saying on all platform of the yeah, of this world that we have to get unite. Every time you will listen two lines. We have to get unite against this terrorism. Terrorism has there is
Yes.
no good terrorism or bad terrorism. We have
Yeah.
to make a concrete definition and
Yeah.
frame a concrete definition on this terrorism and fight together. Fight
So
against
nice.
it
So nice.
together. So
So
this is
nice.
the thing. When he talk about the humanity, he says that if a single country of this world is not growing, it means world is not growing, and we have to work. If you will listen the BRICS submits his speeches on BRICS summit, you will find that in every summit he is saying the same thing, that we have to work together for the sake of the world, for
So nice. Great. Great.
for
Great
this
insight.
universe. And we
Yeah.
have, if we are wealthy, if every country is wealthy, it means world is wealthy. If single country is not surviving or not growing, not getting benefited by this kind of policies, it means world is not growing. So this is his policy. That's why he is a world leader.
So
That's
nice.
why he
So
is
nice.
on number one.
So nice.
This is the
So nice.
thing which is making him number one.
So nice. So
I'll
nice.
just like
All
to add one thing. I'll just like
please.
to add one thing. It'll be a
Please, sir.
one-liner. If a person delivers you more than what you can imagine, then it is Modi. We can talk about Ram Temple, we can talk about 370, we can talk about 35A, we can talk about GST implementation, we can talk about anything. I mean, even if you see the last thing which has come up,
Sir, I'm adding in your words that we are all waiting for the Common Civil Code. We are all waiting for the Population Control Bill. Also, that is also the expectation so high, but it is not
Please
like that.
come.
no, what he's delivering is beyond the expectations of people,
Already sir
beyond the
delivered. What
imagination of
sir,
people.
what you are talking already delivered. What has to be delivered? That is our expectation for the Common Civil Code and Population Control Bill. Two are the most one. Or we hope so. Our leader, global leader, Prime Minister Modi ji.
After this five state election, you will find that yes,
Whatever.
the
Hope for the
population
best.
control bill is coming. Uniform civil code maybe take some time because we have to get
Anita ji,
through
hope for the best.
complication and all that.
And hope for the best, whatever complication on India, that is a Bharat. Bharat will be Bharat will be called now. We also hope so. So many good things are going on. So salute to our the global leader. I always say and tweet the global leader, our Prime Minister Narendra Modi is the best only, or whatever the morning consult, the political intelligence company of USA, the most credible, always say whatever go up and down, but always the best, as Anita ji says, Alok ji says, Ananda ji says, Arumudra says.
One more point I would like to add, Rakesh ji. See, I don't know how we can repeal or ban these madrasa trainings. See, as a
That
human,
is going
anybody
on,
born.
sir. So many things are going on. This is state matters. It's just Assam has already repealed and the ban. So not to issue. Actually, this is a after independence. The education 5 education minister were the Muslims. Though you can understand the policies and the strategy of the Congress, how they try to destroy our culture with the putting the Muslim education minister in our country.
Sir, government is not taking away the madrasas, but the policy, as Rakesh ji has said, 4 times more budget has allocated for the minorities. In that, if the children of the Muslim minority children, they will get inclined to get more advanced education. They will get a scholarship and
Very
all that,
important. Yeah, yeah,
especially
very
the girls.
important. So nice of you. Just you participate in the show, and either you love it, either hate it, but you have to hate or ignore it. Just but you have to love Mr. Modi. That is already according to the thoughts and available and globally. And as just Vandana ji said, her servant was saying after the photo in Mexican, oh, this is a Modi, and a small child, a kid, just you can say they recognize this is the impact of the Modism in our world. So nice of you. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Jai Bharat. Thank you.